Hey, it's Fayd doing a Shroud tutorial. Don't be alarmed about the pike on my back. That's just because I can boop lazily with it. And when you're soloing Shroud, it's actually, I don't boop him generally, and even if you want to, it's a bit annoying. So that's why I have the pike out. I don't really care if I kill him. I just want to show off at least one boop in this tutorial. So yeah. As far as solos, I'm going to address this, although I addressed it in another video that's going to be uploaded. I don't do solos. I've said that before. But I did a Shroud solo today. It wasn't like God tier or anything. It was like 5 minutes something. But I just wanted to get it done and upload it. Anybody that's complaining about my tutorials saying I'm in endgame gear, blah, 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 I will refer them to that video. So there you go. Kind of as like a, well, this is an endgame behemoth, that's endgame gear. This is me soloing an endgame behemoth with properly tiered gear. That way I don't have to go do Hellion solos in tier 3 gear and, you know, Zaga solos in tier 4 gear and all that kind of bullshit, because it's a waste of time. Tutorials need to be informative, not solos where you show off how good or bad you are. So, yeah. With that out of the way, as far as gear for Shroud, the game lets you get in here at 350 as far as resistance and power. That's perfectly fine. You could do this in full training armor if you wanted to. If you were nutty, like God tier. It would take a long time and it'd be really hard, but you could do it. That being said, a more realistic value to shoot for is like +8 on everything in a party, and as long as you kind of learn the fight in solos a little bit first, you're good to go. As far as learning the fight in solos, I would recommend something kind of like what I will show here. You basically go up to the behemoth. Okay. Oh, he's attacking. Stay away from that. You know, unlike that, what I just did. Whenever he gives you a chance, just like hit one time and then wait and dodge, you know, like see what you have to do. A couple hits and I'm going to wait. Oh, a couple more hits maybe. Oh, no, and then dodge. Okay, you don't have to kill him. Just try to survive for 30 minutes. That's how you need to learn this hunt, all right? Now, as far as his DPS windows, every ground slam like that is a DPS window. You pretty much always want to be standing under the tail or like under his abdomen, you know, like his stomach. Those are both real good spots. Every jump attack is a DPS window. You can get a couple hits off. Now, as far as this black goop that he throws, I'll show you what that does next time he does it. But basically, when you get it on you, it keeps doing continuously ramping up damage until you hit him. And once you hit him, there we go, it goes away, okay? It slows you for a moment. For the first few seconds, it stops your special meter gain, and it deals damage over time. But I'll do it again. See, I'm taking damage, blah, blah, blah. And then when I hit him, the damage will stop. Easy, okay? He has a couple backhands for both directions. Again, he does a slam, he throws out Umbral, don't worry about it, you're hitting him anyway. Again, he attacks. That wing swipe is huge. You're gonna have to dodge it from pretty extensive ranges. This is just a reposition attack. It's not really a DPS window for you. Again though, boom. Does that, it's a DPS window. This is Aether, his Aether mode. He's gonna throw out an orb or he's gonna spawn a clone, one or the other. His clones have an Umbral pool under them. So if they get summoned on top of you, that's what'll happen. You'll get Umbraled. They are exactly the same as him, except smaller and have less HP. And one of their attacks, the one where they claw at nothing, which I will show off. There we go. They scream at the end of it, and it's a free DPS window. That's the best way to kill them. If you have Umbral on you, you can also hit a clone or an orb to remove it. The clones don't just do scream attacks, they have every other attack that Shroud does. Just be aware of that. And they do tons of damage, so it's not a fun situation if you have a clone on you. If Shrowd summons a clone and then summons another clone, the first one automatically dies. And bear with me because it's going to take a while to make him enrage. The damage threshold isn't very high with most weapons, but with the garbage pike, well, it's a plus 10 pike, but with the pike, it's going to be pretty high. So you're pretty much just going to see me DPSing him for a little bit, unless he does something worth mentioning. Notice I'm pausing every once in a while, though, because I don't know what he's going to do next, and that enables me to have a chance to dodge, basically. I know that if I hit a couple times, like this, and he doesn't do something, okay, I can hit a couple more times. Okay, he did something. This is a DPS window, if you can get there fast. Okay, here's an orb. I'm going to let this explode. Normally what you do is you break it, just hit it, and it takes damage. Not too difficult to, understand. If you don't break it, it's going to nuke you down to 1 HP. Okay? And I'll show you that. When there's an orb out, you have this black shit on you, and it goes towards the orb, so you always know where orbs are. Alright? As soon as the orb explodes, it disappears. This hits you. Boom. 1 HP. But remember though, that black smoke, that like weird umbral goo smoke shit comes off of you. That tells you where the orb is. That's important because when Shrowd enrages and throws out orbs, you can't see them most of the time. You're just gonna have to use the smoke to tell you. And when Shroud's enraged, he can like do whatever the fuck he wants with clones and all that. When he throws out those like flying clones, it's just like a strike charging you, basically. Don't try booping it though, that's really not gonna help you at all. It's not, just dodge it, just dodge past it. It will adjust if you try to run away, it'll follow you. If you dodge, it won't be able to make the turn in time as long as the dodge is tight. Again, he's going Aether, so he's going to give me a clone or an orb. I can hit him a couple times, though, because both of those abilities are very easily dodged when they're first used. I got aggressive there. Shouldn't have. See how the clone is mirroring Shrowd? That's not too uncommon. But they get very out of sync now because the clone doesn't have the same animation that Shrowd does for the claw attacks. And see that wouldn't have hit me there, but I still dodge anyway just because sometimes it fucks you over if you don't. And he's still in Aether mode, so there's nothing stopping him from doing this. And now he just lost Aether mode. See when he's exhausted like that? That's another DPS window. He gets that at the end of an Enrage or an Aether. And I'm not going to explain to you guys like how to get break parts and shit. Once you're better at Shrowd, you'll be able to choose what you want. I'm making this tutorial for, more beginning players, so people that are having a lot of trouble in here. This is how you do not make your team hate you, right? This isn't how to solo Shrowd in 5 minutes. And don't use a pike, for the love of God. This is just literally the result of my laziness in booping for a tutorial video. There we go. All right, he's enraging. Hopefully he'll boop. Okay, so this is an orb. I'm just going to ignore that. I have 1 potion left. That'll be enough. Boop is the last thing you guys haven't seen. Okay, well, he didn't let me boop. Unfortunate. I might actually kill this. Very unlikely, but I might. Yeah, I didn't. Alright, well, gotta make him enrage again. Once he enrages the first time, it's easier to make him do it the second time. As it is with any behemoth. I'm not going to show you guys running away from the orb because it's almost never required, in my opinion. Like, if you're having to do that, you're in a real shitty situation to begin with. Because oftentimes he's just going to reset and heal himself. To a certain, like, a certain amount or whatever. Fuck it. I'm just going to shoot him a bit. See if that does damage. Good God, this is awful. If I had an axe, I would have killed him by accident already. That's how severe it is. I might have to die just to get my health back. To boop him properly. I could still survive with a fortified potion if I traded right now. This part sounds like Pirates of the Caribbean. I don't give a shit what people say. Well, not this part, but you know, like that dun dun dun. And again, there's Umbral under me, but I don't really give a shit. It's gonna hit me once. Next time I get Umbraled, though, good chance I might bite it. Oh yeah, I have lifesteal on my weapon. It's kind of convenient, but oh well. So, if you could enrage Shrowd, that would be nice. The first damage tick you take from Umbral like this, it's pretty severe. As you see there, just standing in it, you're going to take a lot of damage. Nothing to do about it, but you have to break the orbs, so. And you can solo this with Pike, but it's a lot harder if you're trying to demonstrate certain things. Thank God. Alright, here we go. So, he always boops on the second one pretty much. Like, I don't know if I've ever seen him not do a boop on the second enrage. Here it is. There we go. Alright. If you boop him, he falls over and his rage ends automatically. Boom, it's over. I believe it might work the same way with a stagger, but it doesn't end immediately. It'll just, you know, end once the stagger ends. He'll go into exhaustion or whatever. So, that's pretty much it for Shrowd. Can't say any more that I can think of. I hope it was helpful, and good luck.